Welcome back to NTD Good Morning. This month, as our attention turns to focus more on family, friends, and philanthropy, it really is a season of giving. A report from Good United says 1/3 of all annual charitable donations happen in December alone.
But why let it stop there? Our next guest has a beautiful message about the importance of kindness and all the ways we can make that gift last all year long. Jennifer Weiss is a book publisher and the author of Holy Spirit Adventures, God at Work in the Marketplace. Welcome. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you for having me, Steph, Gary.
So good to have you here, and I'm so excited to speak about your journey. You have a really powerful story, and I know you detail some of that in your book, and it's all about kindness. Tell us how you came to focus on kindness.
Well, I feel like as a mom and then a loan officer and then finally as a flight attendant for 7 years for a major airline, I had to learn the art of kindness and how it can change chaos back to kindness, to a place of kindness.
And you know, in those customer service type roles, you're really at the front lines of putting kindness into practice. Yes. But really everybody day to day is dealing in some kind of situation where they can choose. Do I act kindly or do I, act grumpy or what have you? It takes effort to put forward a kind face. But I'd love it if you could share a couple of the things that maybe moved you and maybe inspired you to write the book.
Sure. This is actually a story that's not in the book. We were on a flight from DFW to Kansas City, and a man and a woman came on the plane, and she said, "Get me a blanket, I'm cold." And I said, "Unfortunately, we don't provision those in main cabin anymore." And she said, "Well, turn the air down, it's too cold in here." So I said, "Okay, I'll let the captain know." Go on to do the main cabin service, and she doesn't want anything. No, just no. And so not being very kind. And I thought, okay, well, she must be going through something, I don't know. And I kept having the thought, go get her a warm chocolate chip cookie. And I was like, no. My next thought was, I don't reward bad behavior. I'm a mom, we don't reward the bad behavior. But it kept coming, so I thought, okay. So I go and I get my little airplane napkins that you have, and I put the chocolate chip cookie because no one else can see the because they want it. They want, why can't I have a chocolate chip cookie? It's like being on a school bus. So I walk it back to her and I said, hey, I know you were cold. Maybe this warm chocolate chip cookie will warm you up. And she says, well, thank you. And so I go to the back galley, go on about my duties, and her husband comes back to the back of the aircraft and he says, hey, thanks for being kind to my wife. I know she wasn't very nice to you. And he said, we're going to bury our son.
Oh,
Wow.
my gosh. I just
Stops
got chills.
you in your, me too. It really
Yeah.
stops you in your track. You don't know what the other person is going through, right?
You don't. Sometimes it is entitlement, but it really doesn't matter. We can feel good about our interaction if we're kind.
Yeah, and this is why I feel like your mission almost to bring that kindness to each moment through all of the highs and lows of such a high contrast job where you are interfacing with so many different people.
Right.
Must have taught you a lot. You've acquired a lot of wisdom along the way. And what would you say are some of your biggest lessons?
Yes. Well, a friend told me, kindness is giving people what they need, not what they deserve.
Oh, wow.
And that stuck with me.
Wow. And that's inspired you to not only tell your own story, but to form a publishing company, Dove Publishing, where you support all different types of people who have positive messages that they're trying to bring out to the public. Can you tell us a little bit about Dove Publishing?
Sure. I'm the founder of Dove Publishing House, and we like to say we give wings to words. So screenwriter, author, but I love coming alongside and helping people share their stories, whether coaching them or through that publishing process, which can be very chaotic, and bringing kindness to that. But it's a lot of darkness to light testimonies. So there are people who have gone through really hard things that come out on the other side through their faith. And so I'm so honored to do that.
Wow, yeah, it's almost like inner work, I imagine, into bringing out such a personal story to show to the public and communicate their life's purpose or something that they're going through they need to communicate. So in terms of this season that we're in, the season of giving, the season of kindness, and yet it can be such a tough season as well. Maybe for that reason, when you look around, you might not be feeling it as much as you feel that others are, or you perhaps a lot of people struggle with having kindness even for themselves. What's your message, if you were to have one, for people out there who may be feeling it a little harder this month?
Sure. I think that we have a counterfeit community with online and in this digital age. And life can be messy and families messy, but having that true connection with your community and your family, and for me, my faith, I don't think I could be kind if I didn't have that as an overflow. And so there's a lot of givers and takers in the world, and we want to be the givers, and let's do that this season.
And as you look ahead, when you get to the other side of the season, obviously you have many authors that you're working with, but what else are you working on over the next year?
Well, I'm working on some screenplays, and they are based on my time on the aircraft. One is about human trafficking, and the other one is totally different political thriller, like A White House Down or London Has Fallen. So focusing on that and just serving people.
Wow. Yeah, it seems to me that you have a real sense of wanting to communicate something important.
Yes.
And what do you think might be missing in an overarching sense from the conversation that most people are having, between the lines of their lives? What's missing in terms of the way that people are looking at life that may be bringing them pain where it doesn't need to?
Well, I think authenticity. So being authentic is so important, and sharing what's really going on, because people can't love you if you don't let them see you. And so I would say authenticity.
Where did that start for you?
Oh, goodness. I think just growing up the way that I did in an abusive household, it seems like that authenticity and being able to share your story and being loved through it is just so powerful. And I think we're missing that. I think we're missing that warmth in communication, and that comes from authenticity.
Jennifer, we got time for one more anecdote. Tell us one heartwarming anecdote from the book.
Oh, goodness. Okay. I could tell y'all a lot of really funny stories.
I'm sure.
Heartwarming.
Being in the air, right?
Well, I think it's not really one. It's that there are people that are going to their weddings, and people are going on vacation, and they're so happy. And it's just a beautiful thing to witness. You're getting to carry people to this destination. And so you can see it on their face. You can also see it when it's not going well in their life.
Yeah. A lot of insight into the human condition right there in one space.
Everyone's boundaries are being transgressed. You have these tall men sitting in this tiny seat.
Yeah, that's it.
Could make a funny screenplay as well. Maybe that could be your third project. Maybe that one will be a comedy from the air.
But if you're looking at it with the right eyes, I do think us all being so close together, and this is what you're speaking about community being such an important part of, I think, gaining that wisdom. We are so connected, and this is where it comes about, kindness given and received together. Thank you so much for your time today, Jennifer Weiss, and your book. Here you can see it, The Holy Spirit Adventures, God at Work in the Marketplace. Thank you so much for sharing your insights with us.
Absolutely. Thank you for having me.
Absolutely. And we do have to wrap up our show now, but if you have any feedback or maybe there's a story you'd like to see us cover, send us an email at goodmorning@ntd.com. We'd love to hear from you.
And for round-the-clock original news coverage, watch us live at ntd.com/live or download our NTD app. Thanks for watching. I'm Stephanie Cox.
I'm Carrie Dunst. Have a great day.